Hello, and welcome to Reading English. Today, we have a very special story. The true and inspiring journey of a young woman named Layla from Morocco, who moved to New York City to learn English. Her story is full of challenges, courage, and small victories. If you are learning English too, this story will give you a motivation, ideas, and hope. You'll see how Layla practiced speaking, listening, reading, and thinking in English every single day. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this heartwarming journey of learning English in a big city, told in simple and easy-to-understand English. Let's begin. Hello, my name is Layla. I am from Morocco, and I want to tell you my story. My journey of learning English in New York City. I hope you enjoy reading my story and learn English with me. When I first arrived in New York, it was a cold January morning. The air felt fresh but freezing, and the city was so big and full of energy. The tall buildings, the loud streets, and the fast-moving people were all new to me. I had never seen such a busy place before. I looked around and thought, "This is my new home." I felt a little afraid and very excited. I had studied English a little in school, but I was still a beginner. I didn't know how I would manage, but I was ready to try. I went to the small apartment I had rented online. It was tiny but clean, with one bed, a small kitchen, and a window that looked out at the street. I stood at the window and watched people walking. I said to myself, "Layla, this is the beginning of your new life." The next day, I started my English course at a school in Manhattan. I was nervous. I didn't know anyone. When I entered the classroom, I saw people from many countries: Brazil, Japan, Italy, China, and Ukraine. Everyone looked as nervous as I was. Our teacher came in. His name was Mr. Jonathan. He was tall, wore glasses, and always smiled. He said, "In this class, we don't just study English, we live English." I liked that very much. We didn't just sit and listen. In class, we spoke with partners, listened to real conversations in podcasts, watched short videos, and acted out dialogues. Mr. Jonathan made the class fun and interesting. He always said, "Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are your friends. They help you learn." That made me feel better, because I made many mistakes. After school, I made it a habit to study at home. I read simple English books and wrote down new words in a small notebook. My favorite book was The Little Prince. It was beautiful and easy to read. I liked the way it made me think and feel. Whenever I didn't understand a word, I looked it up, said it aloud, and tried to use it in a sentence. Sometimes I spoke to myself in English. I would describe what I was doing. "I am cooking rice." "I am washing the dishes." "The water is hot." It helped me become more confident. At first, I felt strange, but later I enjoyed talking to myself in English. I listened to podcasts on the subway. I used a method called shadowing. I repeated what I heard, trying to match the speaker's voice and speed. I often laughed at myself, but it worked. My pronunciation got better, and I started to sound more natural. One day, I met a woman at a local cafe. I always ordered the same thing. "Can I have a latte and a blueberry muffin, please?" After a few visits, she smiled and said, "Your English is really improving." I felt proud. She even gave me a free cookie. As time passed, I made new friends in class. We helped each other with homework and talked about our countries. I told them about Morocco, the food, the culture, the markets, and the beautiful blue city of Chefchaouen. They loved hearing about couscous and tagine. 3 months later, I got a part-time job at a bookstore. The owner, Mr. Smith, was kind and patient. He encouraged me to speak with customers. At first, I was shy. I said, "Book is there," instead of, "The book is over there." But the customers were friendly. They helped me. One lady said, "You have a nice accent." That made me smile. At work, I learned many new words: receipt, bestseller, paperback, and recommendation. I started a vocabulary box where I wrote new words on cards. On the front, I wrote the word. On the back, I wrote a sentence using that word. I practiced with these cards every evening. Back at school, Mr. Jonathan saw my improvement. He said, "Great job, Layla. You're making real progress." He asked me to help other students with speaking practice. That made me feel special. I wasn't just learning, I was sharing. One Saturday, our class went on a field trip to the Museum of Natural History. We had to talk about one exhibit in English. I chose the dinosaurs. I said, "This dinosaur is called a triceratops. It had 3 horns and 8 plants." Everyone clapped. I was so happy. I also joined a local English conversation club. We met every Friday in a library. People from many backgrounds came to practice English together. We played games, told stories, and shared snacks. One day, I brought Moroccan cookies. Everyone loved them. As my English improved, I began to write a diary in English. I wrote about my day, my feelings, and my dreams. I wrote things like, "Today was hard. I missed my family." Or, "Today I helped a customer find a poetry book." Writing helped me express myself. I missed my family, especially my mother. I remembered how she always told me, "Layla, never stop learning." Her voice gave me strength. I called her every Sunday. I told her about my progress. She was proud of me. One day, a new student named Elizabeth joined our class. She was from Italy and spoke beautiful English. I asked her how she learned. She said, "I read books, I shadow podcasts, and I think in English." She explained, "Thinking in English means saying what you see. I am walking. I see a tree. The sky is gray." No translation, just English thoughts. I tried it. At first, it was hard. I wanted to translate from Arabic. But slowly, I started thinking in English. I would walk and say, "I am going to the store. I need milk and bread." It became natural. I found a website called Grammar in levels.com. It helped me understand grammar in simple ways. I also took vocabulary tests at testlanguages.com. I was excited to learn that I knew more than 2,000 English words. That gave me confidence. Mr. Jonathan once said, "Even presidents make grammar mistakes. What matters is your message. Speak clearly, and people will understand." That helped me relax. Now, I could talk to customers without fear. I could help tourists find books. I could chat with my classmates about weekend plans. I started to enjoy reading newspapers and even watching English movies with subtitles. One day, I gave a short talk in class. I spoke about Moroccan tea culture. I explained how we pour the tea from high to make bubbles. My classmates clapped. Mr. Jonathan said, "You're a storyteller, Layla." That night, I walked home with a big smile. I thought, I am not just learning English. I am living in English. And that is my story so far. From a shy girl in Morocco to a confident learner in New York City, English has changed my life. I learned it step by step, through mistakes, practice, kindness, and courage. To anyone learning English, don't give up. Use it every day. Speak it, read it, listen to it, write it, and most of all, live it. You can do it. I believe in you. Thank you so much for listening to Layla's story. We hope her journey inspired you to continue your own English learning path. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice every day, speak without fear, and enjoy the process. If you liked this story, please like, comment, and subscribe to Reading English for more real stories, simple lessons, and helpful tips to improve your English step by step. Until next time, keep learning, keep dreaming, and always believe in yourself. Goodbye for now.